samaya manopalaya, benza sado de no banchita jendo membawa, suto kayo membawa, suto kayo Anorando membawa, sarva siddhi medaya, sarva karma siddhame, siddhama shaya guru. Aha, hoy, bhagavan, sarva tata gata, benjay mame, benjay, benjay bhava mai samaya. Samaya manopalaya, benza sado de no banchita jendo membawa, soto kayo membawa, soto kayo membawa, anorando membawa, sarva siddhi medaya, sarva karma siddhame, siddhama shaya guru. Aha, hoy, bhagavan, sarva tata gata, benjay mame, benjay, benjay bhava mai samaya, sato, benjay sato, samaya manopalaya, benjay sado de no banchita jendo membawa, soto kayo membawa, soto kayo membawa, anorando membawa, sarva siddhi medaya, sarva karma siddhame, siddhama aha, hoy, tata gata, benjay mame, benjay bhava mai samaya, sato, samaya manopalaya, benza sado de banchita jendo membawa, soto kayo membawa, soto kayo anorando membawa, sarva siddhi medaya, sarva karma siddhame, siddhama shaya guru. Aha, hoy, bhagavan, sarva tata gata, benjay mame, benjay, benjay bhava mai samaya, sato, benjay sato, samaya manopalaya, benjay sado de no banchita jendo membawa, soto kayo membawa, soto kayo anorando membawa, sarva siddhi medaya, sarva karma siddhame, siddhama shaya guru. Aha, hoy, bhagavan, sarva tata gata, benjay mame, benjay, benjay bhava mai samaya, sato, benjay sato, samaya manopalaya, benjay sado de no banchita jendo membawa, Sudokayo Membawa, Subokayo Membawa, Anurando Membawa, Sarvasiti Medaya, Sarvakarma Suzame, Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchindai Jendo Sudokayo Membawa Subokayo Anurando Membawa Sarvasiti Medaya Sarvakarma Suzame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchindai Jendo Sudokayo Membawa Subokayo Anurando Membawa Sarvasiti Medaya Sarvakarma Suzame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchindai Jendo Sudokayo Membawa Subokayo Anurando Membawa Sarvasiti Medaya Sarvakarma Suzame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchindai Jendo Sudokayo Membawa Subokayo Anurando Membawa Sarvasiti Medaya Sarvakarma Suzame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchindai Jendo Sudokayo Membawa Subokayo Anurando Membawa Satu Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sadu Dinu Banchita Jindu Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sadu Dinu Banchita Jindu Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sadu Dinu Banchita Jindu Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sadu Dinu Banchita Jindu Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sadu Dinu Banchita Jindu Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sadu Dinu Banchita Jindu Sotokayo Membhava, Subhakayo Honorando Membhava, Sarvasiddhi Medaya, Sarvakarma Sutame, Siddhamashya Guru. Samaya Manubhalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjindai Jendo Membhava Sotokayo Membhava Subhakayo Honorando Membhava Sarvasiddhi Medaya Sarvakarma Sutame Siddhamashya Samaya Manubhalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjindai Jendo Membhava Sotokayo Membhava Subhakayo Membhava Honorando Membhava Sarvasiddhi Medaya Sarvakarma Sutame Siddhamashya Guru. Samaya Manubhalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjindai Jendo Membhava Sotokayo Membhava Subhakayo Honorando Membhava Sarvasiddhi Medaya Sarvakarma Sutame Siddhamashya Guru. Samaya Manubhalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjindai Jendo Membhava Sotokayo Membhava Subhakayo Honorando Membhava Sarvasiddhi Medaya Sarvakarma Sutame Siddhamashya Guru. Samaya Manubhalaya Benza Sado Deno Banjindai Jendo Sotokayo Membhava Subhakayo Honorando Membhava Samaya Manopalaya Benjai Sado Deno Banjai Jendo Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Akurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashina Samaya Manopalaya Benjai Sado Deno Banjai Jendo Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Akurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashina Samaya Manopalaya Benjai Sado Deno Banjai Jendo Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Akurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashina Samaya Manopalaya Benjai Sado Deno Banjai Jendo Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Akurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashina Samaya Manopalaya Benjai Sado Deno Banjai Jendo Suto Kayo Membawa Subo Kayo Akurando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashina Benjai karma suzame tsedamashi Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchita Jendo Soto Kayo Nemba Rando Nemba Sede Medaya Sarva Karma Suzame Sedamashi Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchita Soto Kayo Nemba Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Banchita Soto Kayo Nemba Rando Sarva Karma Suzame Sedamashi Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno
So, good mornings. After sitting almost 40 minutes, let's read something here. Again, it's the pocketbook by Thich Nhat Hanh. Walking in Freedom, page 24. Morning, Kristen. How are you? You come late. Become lazy recently? Yeah. We should hurry up. We should hurry, Time is limited. Yesterday I watched movie or a video. Oh, had another commitment. Great. I have no commitments now. I mean, at this moment. I got up around 7 or 6. Then I cooked breakfast for my kids. Normally eggs and veggies. So after that, I do some stretches, yoga, couple of prostrations to all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, sages, masters, and so on. Then I came down, sit here, open the YouTube channel, wait for some, seekers like you and to, yeah, if there's no one coming, then I just sit. Such a beautiful sitting. The field of inner peace, calm, stillness contains infinite information. The vibrations in the field of stillness, the movements in the field of non-moving is pointing us to awaken. I could say awakening is everywhere. The pointers for awakening is everywhere. The pointers, to be free or to get freedom or have the freedom to access to freedom is everywhere. The door of awakening, the key of enlightenment is everywhere. That's why I love this sitting meditation. It still contains a high value for me. And thus, therefore, I can, I can realize that the door of awakening is everywhere. The key of enlightenment is everywhere. Is in my speaking, in your listening, in your body sensation, in your thoughts, in your memory. We are so lucky, Kirsten. We are so lucky. As a human being, we are so fortunate. We have this ability to wake up. To wake up means to realize who we are, the true self, which is unlimited, unconditional, pure, have infinite applications. That's why it's so valuable. It's nothing can more valuable than this. There's nothing more superior than this. Nothing can beat this. Nothing. And it's in everyone's heart. It's in everyone's awareness. You, the awareness, is listening to me. I'm just kind of, awareness that is already aware its potentials, its unlimitedness. I'm just a pointer in your consciousness now, pointing back to you that you are as precious as all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, as all the masters you are following. All the masters, Buddhas, they are no superior than you, than me. Also, there's no one is inferior than you. You are so equal. You're born to be equal with everyone. That's called equality of wisdom. Oh, sorry, the wisdom of equality. You are no superior than anyone. You are no inferior than anyone. That means you are equal with Buddha, and a beggar on the street is also equal as you. Everyone you see is equal. That's a realization. I'm talking about realization now. You feel so lucky or gracious. You find every grace in every person, in everything. You find God in everywhere, every moment. That's the beauty of the realization. Nothing can beat this. No money can buy this. It's beyond our imagination. Trust me. The reality, the truth is beyond our imagination. No scientist can discover this. Even you're born like you're living Einstein. Okay, you find the nature of universe in terms of general relativities or relative relativities. You are more than that. You are more than any scientist, any philosopher. It's the total sum of all the brains of human beings is just a teeny tiny of who you are. It's crazy. How many human beings have been walking on planet Earth? 110 billion people have been walking, at least, roughly number. 110 billion people have been walking on this planet Earth, including all our ancestors, parents, grandfathers, grandfathers, and so on, our families. The total sum of all these brands of human beings is a teeny tiny manifestation of who you are. It's crazy, right? Sounds crazy. No, that's the realization of how to say awakening. After awakening, if you miss this part as a human being, you suck. We suck. Very sucky. Yesterday I watched Mooji, the Mooji Papa, or Sri Mooji. I will maybe just give you a video here. I was so touched. He was a living Buddha trying to save us from. Wow, his words is so touching and he is so powerful. I will just maybe just show you the video. I'm looking. Yeah, this one. You can watch it later, okay? It echoes in me so good. Mooji, yeah. You know, here and there I listen to different teachers, different spiritual teachers. Mooji is my favorite one. Also, Rupert Spira, Dr. Dichobra, also Sadhguru. I also listen to some physicist, a scientist talking to on in TEDx talks, text talks, like Nothing Harriman. So here and there, I'll just grab or download or learn from them. Everyone has different experience and have different vocabularies. Like Mooji is very direct. His teaching is Zen style or Chan style. I like him very much. There's no very little like religious terms, like you know, there's in Mooji's teaching, there's very little or no contents of religious terms. But his teaching is so that in that sense, his teachings can be applied to everyone with different religions, right? His teaching is so pure, so direct. There's no bullshits. It's just direct to your realization. That's why I love him. But I'm more from a Buddhist background, so I use more some Buddhist terms like emptiness, suffering, impermanence, no self, and so on. Sometimes I borrow some. It's good. Just use different convenient way to transfer or to talk about something that is unspeakable. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lots of awakened being right at this moment in this generation, like Mooji, like Sadhguru, like Sri Sri Havishankar, Papaji already passed away. Different lineages, also a lot of Rinpoches and Takuns. I'm from again Dzogchen lineage. There's so many awakened beings shining in the world, and you can join them, and I can join them too, to shine, to wake up, to become, pointers or signposts that your family can see, your friends can see, my family can see, my friends can see. You are the most precious if you're awakened. Okay. Then, in Tibetan Buddhism, we use the term Rinpoche, right? Rinpoche. Rinpoche means the most precious one. The precious, not in terms of how money you have, how much money you have, or how wealthy you are, or how healthy you are. No, the most precious means you are awakened one. You awaken to who you are, because that is unlimited. That is limitedness. Limitless, yeah. That's called most precious one. It's beyond space and time. It's beyond all the changements. It's beyond coming and going. It's beyond all the phenomena world. Make sense? Say Bill Gates, the founder of the Microsoft, is one of the most richest guy in person. I mean, just talking about his money, okay? Comparing to a Rinpoche or Awakened one, he's nothing. I mean, in terms of money, he's nothing. But I mean, deep in Bill Gates' nature, he's something. He has the Buddha nature, or with every else with Buddha. It's identical. Everyone's Buddha nature is identical. Everyone's lighting, God light within is identical. But awakened one means they recognize that Buddha nature and recognize that light within, or God within. This Buddha nature or God within or heaven inside needs your recognition. That's all. That's all, my dear friends. Once you recognize it, wow, you feel you are the richest person. You are the most wealthiest person. You are the most happiest. You are the happiest person. Every positive terms like beauty, openness, compassion, love, strength, stability, clarity, you name it, becomes your realization. That's all. Tell me, there's anything can beat this? Nothing at all. Nothing. Anyway, words are powerless. Words can only become a pointer, become pointers. My words are fingers pointing to the moon. The moon is your precious one, is your precious presence. Yes, my topic today is from person to presence. That's a quantum leap of consciousness. A quantum leap means a quality change. Okay, a quality change happens after quantitative change. Quantitative in terms of a gradual cultivation, like meditation, following master, read a spiritual book, and so on. You devote your time and energy to find the truth, to recognize truth, to recognize who you are. This ultimate truth is right here and now, but it's so hard to describe it. It's so funny, it's so interesting. Once you try to speak it, it becomes a term. You see that? I say stillness, even stillness, emptiness is just a term. Try to describe it. It has to become your realization. Once you realize it, once you have the first time taste of it, you will desire second taste, third, fourth. And that first taste of realization, or we call satori, will drive you to have more, to experience more, to realize more. Actually, the term more here is inaccurate, but as a language, I would say the more of it. But it's already complete. There's no add-on it. Your nature, your Buddha nature is already complete and perfect. So it doesn't need anything to add on it. There's nothing more or nothing less. But in a perception or perspective of awakened one or a beginner of awakening, there's more of it. Make sense? It's already perfect and complete and non-changing. There's no increasement, there's no decreasement, there's no attainment either. You don't attain who you are. You just realize who you are and become it. There's even no becoming. You are it. That's very the most paradoxical, unlogical thing in the world. Trust me, Kristen. No words can express it. Now it seems that I encourage you to enlighten, right? But ultimately, there's no enlightenment to attain. That's the most paradoxical thing. But before your enlightenment, I say, come on, join the club of enlightenment. But once you enlightened, you realize there's no enlightenment to attain. You are originally enlightened. Anyway, again, it's back to the relative truth and the ultimate truth, the relative teaching and ultimate teaching, right? So both works, both work. Yeah. Oh, it's Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, gave the Dharma teaching for 49 years, right? In 49, almost 50 years, he taught people to awaken through different, language or lineages or schools, Madhyamaka, Yogacara, or Theravada, Mahayana, all kinds of different lineages or schools developed from, that time, 2,500 years ago. But in his teaching, in his around 50 years of teaching, finally he said, I taught nothing. Now I agree with him. That totally respect Buddha's teaching. The ultimate cannot be taught. The ultimate can only be discovered. Okay, let's read some. Still, maybe 1 or 2 pages of Thich Nhat Hanh's book. Any question? Okay, Walking in Freedom. This pocket book, How to Focus by Thich Nhat Hanh. Actually, it's not just how to focus. It's all in one. It's a lot of information here. Walking in the Freedom, page 24. It is possible to enjoy every step you make at any time you went. Whenever you feel the need to move from one place to another, no matter how short the distance, if you make 5 steps, then make those 5 steps into a walking meditation. Every step will bring you joy and stability. I start from the sitting meditation first, like at especially previous 2 or 3 years, I sit quietly doing nothing. And the mindfulness like this, mindfulness of walking, talking, listening, came later. Why? Because mindfulness is meditation in action. It requires some preliminary training, say sitting meditation. Our mind is so, how to say, conditioned, overthinking, disturbed. We need some sitting meditation to really have a taste how the unawakened mind play tricks with us. That's why, from my personal experience, I started with sitting meditation, then combined with this more mindfulness, like walking in freedom, like Thich Nhat Hanh said here. So I still suggest you do both, sitting meditation and mindfulness. How long you should sit? How many minutes you should be mindful? You should be seconds of mindfulness, or just seconds of sitting meditation. It's start from the small time. I mean, seconds, minutes, couple of minutes. Then do it every day. Have that persistence. I have done this for 10 years Still, I'm sometimes off. Okay, but the off time is less and less online, or say offline and online. Offline means I'm not present, I'm not mindful, I'm not in a meditative state, I'm not conscious enough, right? So online means I'm present, I am aware of what I'm talking, what I'm saying, what I'm doing. Generally speaking, that's mindfulness, right? Anyway, let's say the ratio between online and offline. For a beginner, you're like 100% offline. They never taste of what is meditation, what is mindfulness, what is that presence mean. Okay, then if you start, your offline time or ratio will drop, and your online time um, or ratio will increase, right? So it's like this: more online, less offline. That's my experience. Now I'm like this. Before I'm like this. I'm more offline instead of more online. I'm more online now. I see my changement, you know, improvements after 10 years of meditation, couple of years sharing now. So I see I'm just a very normal guy, worldly guy as you, my dear friends. So you can do it. Invest a certain time, energy every day, meditate, watch some YouTube channels, different teachers like Mooji, like Deepak Chopra, like Rupert Spira, and so on. There's so many that like Ramdas, so many beautiful teachers on YouTube channel. So persistence, following master, invest time and energy. But as a beginner, you better have a physical teacher. I mean, face to face. That's how valuable awakened being is in the real life. Otherwise, there's so many questions, so many uncertainties, in even risks. You may, you know, offline again. Even you go far away from that truth, because the truth is a singularity. It contains huge, infinite informations, energy and matter. In this way, you may go away. I mean, how to say it, off track. That's why the Rinpoches, living Buddhas, awakened beings in real life is so important. Are so important. Anyway, so off topic again. Let's read. When you climb the stairs, climb each step in mindfulness, concentration, and joy. In that way, you are doing exactly what the Buddha was doing, generating and transferring your best to the world. Wow, that's beautiful. That's awakened Thich Nhat Hanh here. Peace, happiness, brotherhood, and sisterhood become a reality. If we know how to live our daily life in mindfulness and concentration, invest 100% for yourself in the walking, becoming aware of every step. It's you who are consciously walking. Your habitual preoccupations and ways of thinking are not pulling you away. You see, are not pulling you away because you are so concentrated in your doing, like walking, talking, listening, stepping on the chair, on the steps, right? On the stairs, you retain your sovereignty, the, the presence, actually. You maintain your presence, or you can be present in what you're doing. You are the one who decides, you're in charge. You walk because it is your intention to walk. And it's in every step you have freedom. You take each step purpose, purposefully, and each mindful step brings you in touch with the wonders of life that are available in here and now. So beautiful. That's why when you are walking, you do not think. If you think, the thinking will steal your walking from you. You don't talk because talking will take the walking away from you. You see that? You don't split your presence into multitasks. No multitasks here. Okay. You focus on one thing at one time. That's more called mindfulness. Uh, Walking like this is a pleasure. Walking is pleasure. Talking mindfulness is pleasure. Listening mindfulness is pleasure. Sitting mindfulness is a pleasure. Wow. Pleasure is everywhere. Uh, when mindfulness and concentration are alive in you, you are fully yourself. You don't lose yourself. You walk with grace and dignity. You talk with grace and dignity. You listen with grace and dignity. You do everything. You wash your hands. You brush your teeth. You cook, you talk, you hike, you do the gardening with grace and dignity. Everything you're doing, you will bring you, not bring you, you are the grace and dignity. So everything you're doing, you will bring grace and dignity into it. Makes sense? Wow. Without mindfulness, you may think of walking as an imposition, a chore, sorry. With mindfulness, you see walking as life. That's it. Everything is alive. I mean, everything you're doing is alive. As you walk, let your steps follow the rhythm of your breath. Let your breathing be natural. Breathe in. If your lung want 2 steps, then take 2 steps. If your lung want 3 steps, then give yourself 3 steps. There's a relation between your walking and breathing. So breathing out, you may want to take a step or 2 more than you did when breathing in. So you notice there's a variations of difference. Listen to your lungs, even if your surroundings are full of noise and agitation. So once you notice you're agitated, you bring your attention to breathing or to the inner stillness. That's a time of training. That's a time of mindfulness. You can still walk in rhythm with your breathing, even in the commotions of big city. I'm living in Vancouver. It's noisy. In big cities are more noisy than the countryside, right? But anyway, if you are calm and still inside, everything you see is beautiful. It's still and calm. So anyway, the here heart is more important. Your mind is projecting a world right now. If you're still, your projection of world is still. If you're calm, your projection of world is calm. If you're agitated, your projection of world is agitated, is stressful, is disturbing. It's the whole world is your projection. The difference between awakened one and the worldly person is awakened one still project a world, yet there's no identification. There's no I am the body, I am the mind, I'm this world, I'm this family, I'm this relationship, and so on. No, there's a how to say, I want to say disconnection. There's a awakened ones can see the emptiness of the projection. Yes, maybe that's a proper word. Awakened one can see the emptiness of the projection of the world, meaning the world is coming and going, is increasing and decreasing, is changing all the time, and he or she can see the emptiness, the non-self, the impermanence of the changing world. That's the difference. In that way, he can be present in this inner stillness, in this field that never changing. We call Buddha field, a field of non-changing yet contains infinite possibilities of changing. That's crazy. That's the beauty. So again, you see the Tao. The last video I did, in this pure observation, you see the Tao. You're in the Tao. You're in the suchness. You're in the total balance between ever-changing of the phenomenal world and the never-changing inner stillness and presence. You got it? We call this suchness. The coin of suchness have two sides. Ever-changing, phenomenal world, sun rising, sun setting, cloudy, windy, sunny, people coming, people going, people, new baby are born, old people are dying. You see all the changing phenomenal world. This news, that news, your stomach, your how to say, stock exchanges, right? If you invest in money in the stock, it exchanges varies every day, right? Everything's changing. Trust me. Car passing, bird chirping, everything's changing. You see this picture of changing while you in the field of never changing. Your presence, your inner stillness, your awareness, your pure consciousness, your pure awareness never changing. So in this coin of suchness have two sides, and you are so okay and perfect and complete with this suchness. That's the best word I can find now. Suchness. Tatata. In the Buddhist word, we say tatata or tatata. Sorry about my poor Sanskrit. Tatata, suchness, the ever-changing and the never-changing. You have a total balance. It's a dynamic balance. It's like a homo. It's like the body systems. We call how to say that word? Sorry, I forgot it. Anyway, your body temperature is a dynamic balance. Around, like, let's say 36.5 and 37, right? If you exercise, you sweat, your body heat up, but you're sweating, then your body cools down. If you're getting cold, you have like how to say, your body construct, your all your pores are closed, so your body temperature is a dynamic balance. The same thing is here. The 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 total balance is that you have this ever changing and never changing, the balance between the ever changing phenomenal world and the never changing presence and pure awareness. You got it? That we call this suchness. That's the There's nothing, I would say, greater than this picture. This is the button of, I mean the bottom, sorry, the bottom, the foundations of every existence and non-existence. You find that total balance between everything and every no thing. That's all. That's Anyway, I think I am just finish this and maybe end this session. Even if your surroundings are full of noise and agitation, you can still walk in rhythm and with your breathing. That's what I'm talking now. I mean, just a minute ago, you have that balance of changing. No matter it's, there's noise outside, there's agitations outside, you are perfectly okay. You're stable, you're still, you have that suchness. So you can still walk in rhythm with your breathing, even in the commotions of a big city. You can walk in peace, happiness, and the inner smile, cheese. Every step should be enjoyable. That's called realization. That's so. Thich Nhat Hanh is talking about realization after mindfulness and meditation. Maybe Thich Nhat Hanh. I think it's the 42nd generation of Chan in Vietnam. Okay, so he had a lot of trainings, right? So he's more talking about realization. Anyway, that's all for today, and let's end in silence if no question are asked. Okay, thank you. That's all for today. So see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Vancouver time. Thank you. Thank you. Bye now.